Everyone has a story. Welcome to In Her Words, a podcast from women in entertainment where female creatives and allies share their stories in their own words.
This is a dedicated space centered on how to harness creativity for inspiring and impactful projects in the ever-changing landscape of entertainment.
I'm Renee Rossi.
I'm Gretchen McCourt.
And this is In Her Words.
Welcome to In Her Words. Today on the podcast, we have the delightful Lily Rosenthal. This is the first time we've met Lily, and she has so much going on with her children's books, Just Try It, her new restaurant coming, Max Helen's. She grew up in such a traditional Hollywood family and really took an interesting route to find her passion through acting, through writing, through directing, and now in the food space. We had so much fun talking to Lily, and we think you'll love getting to know her as well. So Lily, where are you in LA or New York?
I'm in LA. I'm in Hancock Park.
Oh, nice.
I lived here my whole life. I love it so much. And it's very close to Larchmont. So It's just all one little neighborhood. It's so
I love it. I love the restaurants in Larchmont, all so great and fun.
We're hoping to be the next, most fun, greatest. But
right there. Yeah,
exactly.
LA doesn't get too many neighborhood walking. You can literally walk from a house in Larchmont or Hancock Park to go eat and do, we don't get much of that.
It really reminds me of an East Coast town in LA.
Yeah.
And I think that's what draws my family and me so much to that type of living where it's mom and pop little shops and you know all your neighbors and everyone's saying hi. It feels very idyllic. And
very, very much like one of the villages or something
This sounds so trivial, but Gretchen, have I ever been there?
I know. Yeah, you have. It's we've had lunch there. It's straight down from Paramount Studios, but really great coffee and what's the coffee? Tiger by the tail.
Go get 'em, Tiger.
Go get 'em, Tiger. Yeah, go get 'em, Tiger. It's still there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're actually working with them. They're doing a coffee blend for us for the diner.
Oh, nice.
So I'm really happy because I love that we can incorporate as much of the actual neighborhood as possible.
Yeah,
So
we were going to have right before ArcLight closed. I used to run ArcLight cinemas, and but we were going to have Go Get 'em Tiger take over our coffee bar and have them be in-house starting at Hollywood, the Hollywood location, and then going to the other LA locations, and then COVID came and it just we got about this much of a start before things went south. But they're great. I'm glad that they're still there.
I'm so happy. My dad literally, he has this coffee club that he goes and sits every single morning with I want to say 15 neighbors. They all meet there at Go Get 'em every morning.
Oh, I love that. That is
that's
so cute.
It's good for him to get out.
Well, we're so glad that you're here today. You have such an interesting story, and we love our listeners to hear, I don't know, what do we call them? Nonlinear stories, someone who started on one path and went a different way. So would you tell us that story? You went to USC Film School. You obviously grew up in a Hollywood family and but you kind of veered off into food and writing and, all of the social. I have so many questions on all of the different channels. I love it. Your dad was on PBS and now how does that evolve to TikTok?
Exactly. Well, I feel okay, so I grew up not really having a hobby that I loved. All my friends were soccer team, clarinet, doing their things. And I had, unfortunately, no interest in anything. And all I liked was watching television but old television, like The Honeymooners and Mary Tyler Moore. And just that was so, right?
Right.
That was the best. And so I was having kind of honestly like a mental breakdown panic attack my 10th grade spring break. And I had no idea what I was going to do with my time. Everyone was doing like extracurricular stuff. And my dad said, "Why don't you come with me? I'm about to shoot a pilot for the exact 2 weeks of your spring break. Why don't you come to work with me every day?" And that pilot was called The Winklers. It was with Henry Winkler and Max Winkler, and it was based on their real family. And I had so much fun going to that soundstage, and it was like family, and it was just so funny every day, so sweet. And I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Maybe all that television watching was not for nothing, and this is what I'm meant to be doing. So I applied to USC Film School. I go there. I have so much fun. While I'm at USC, they have you take a bunch of classes that are just branches off the film tree, right? So like you're taking an acting class, you're taking writing classes, directing, production. And every time I took one of those classes, I was like, that's it. That's what I'm going to do at the end of the class. And so when I finally got out, I was like, acting. Acting is for me. That's what I'm going to do. And I went and I did a show called Goliath, and they were so sweet and so nice, and they were going to bring me back for this next season, and I was so excited. I just did one little scene and they were going to bring me back. And then the morning of my fitting, for like the day before the shoot, I got COVID, and they recasted the part. And I was beside myself. I was so upset. And I was like locked in my room at my parents' house, fresh out of college, not knowing what I'm going to do with my life. And I decided to start writing. And so I wrote a pilot, and I I was like, okay, forget acting. I'm just going to be a writer. This is so fun. During the pandemic, I was just writing a lot, and it was fun. It was great, but I noticed that where where most of my joy was coming from was the food community in Los Angeles.
Hmm.
And so I started this thing because people were just, it was a sad time. Everyone was in their houses. There was not a lot of time for connection. And I wanted to start this thing with a friend of mine. It was called Live a Lil, and it was taking restaurants around LA and bringing them together for collaborations.
Mhm.
And it was so fun. We did a bunch of them all over LA, and all the money for each one went to an organization of the chef's choice.
Mm.
And it was such a great way to like bring people together. We all had masks on, but you know, try new foods in LA, which like brings so much joy to so many people. It's the best food city. And so as I got more and more involved in the food community and like appearing more on my dad's show and just being tapped for more food centric things, I met my fiance, Mason, who is a chef. And I was like, oh my God, this is so clear that obviously I'm supposed to be with a chef. So now, engaged to him, we started doing these pop ups, and now I'm like all into hospitality. So, like, really the least linear. I've really, but I think it's good. I tried a bunch of things, and now I realize that all those acting classes and the time I spent directing sets for like these short films all goes into the hospitality. You have to have like that same energy of keeping the peace and making sure people feel respected and loved, and like there's a huge part of entertainment that comes with it. So I feel like they all strengthened to where I am
Mhm.
today,
Mhm.
which is now restaurateur. That's all I want to be.
Well, and an author.
So true. And an author.
Yeah, so the writing and that how, with your writing and all of this going on, how did you get to the children's books?
So my dad, his show, Somebody Feed Phil,
Yeah.
it's for adults, yes, but we noticed that there was a tremendous response from little kids. And they would all send these videos in of like taking a bite of food and making a funny face or like dancing the way that he does when he eats his food. And I wrote to him one day and I was like, Dad, you have to write a kid's book because so many kids love you and it would be great. You could like get kids to try new foods. And he was like, okay, I'll do it if you'll write it with me.
Oh,
And I was like, sure. So we wrote it together and we had so much fun writing it. And then now we're doing a few more with them with Simon Schuster. We're so excited and so happy. And it's just been so great.
that's awesome. I love that. It's so much
Thank
fun.
you. Do you want to talk a little bit about Max and Helen's?
Oh my God.
Maybe go
Yes. It's my favorite thing to talk about. Yes.
Well, yeah, just in terms of, you're bringing back the diner, which I'm a Jersey girl, so I live in diners, so I'm a big fan. So how
Absolutely.
is it like in terms of inception of bringing it together, how you're kind of tapping into your creative mind in terms of how to bring it together and the branding and
Right. Well, here's the thing. There's one like vision that I have to run every idea by. And it's if my grandparents would walk in and go, Oi, what is that? I don't do it. So if they would love it, it's a go. So there's a balance though, because I want it to feel fun and young and like it doesn't need to be a hot spot, but it needs to be a local classic that people love. And I would also like there to be a nice Instagram photo once in a while, you know? Like we can have one and not the other. But I really want it to feel like they would belong there. They wouldn't feel like, oh, this is for the young people. Like it really should feel original and classic to them. And so while navigating that, I've been working with our incredible designer. His name is Matt Winter, and he has been sourcing all these incredible designs and fixtures and like just all these great things to make it feel really classic so that I can steer the branding in a more modern approach. And, I really look forward to working with local artists for our merch drops. We have our initial merch that is so sweet and so like classic diner. But supporting arts education is really important in my family. And I feel like that's such a huge part of Los Angeles is the creative minds that we have here. And so getting to work with people in our neighborhood to make sure they're represented as well is everything. We're going to have this like fun little thing in the back where you can bring in old family photos of your own family and we'll hang it up on this like one poster because we want it to feel like it's your neighborhood diner. It's not like, yeah, honestly, we are building this for ourselves. We want a diner. We love diners, but like it should feel like yours too. And
Mm.
that's driving the hospitality aspect and the guest experience. We want everyone to feel. There's a Yiddish word, if I may, and it's called Hamish. And to be Hamish is like cozy, familiar, familial, like just known. That's what we want to embody, a Hamish restaurant.
so I guess my question, it's like one of my questions for you then is, how did you get to the point that you said, I want a diner, to embark on
Mm.
a new journey for yourself, whether it be from the acting and so forth to becoming a restaurateur, what was the light that said, I'm going to take this leap. I want a diner. This is what I'm going to do. Like what was that moment for you?
I'll be so honest, it was my dad. It's his dream to have this diner. And Mason and I had this whole other restaurant concept that we were working on. And Nancy Silverton tapped Mason to head this operation because she loves him and he's family and he's just the most it just happens to be that I'm marrying him, but he's the most qualified person i- in all of us. And so it's really a gift to have him. And then I kind of was like, you know what? We'll put our own thing on hold. Let's handle this. And I'm now taking on the position of creative director for the diner, and he's director of operations. And so we're making sure truly my dad's dream can come true. And it's become our dream, but it all started with my dad. He wanted to do this for his parents and for him. He loves a diner. He loves it so much. I think there's a common misconception that because he travels, the whole family, that we travel and we eat all over the world, that like there's we would enjoy fancier food more. Absolutely not. Like there is nothing that makes him happier. Hey, you got what veggies do you have for the omelet? And it's like it's that's all he wants forever. So we're all very happy
What
to have this done.
what was what's the biggest challenge you faced in terms of like as you've embarked on this? What are like the surprises? Like what's the surprise and delight factor? What's the fear factor for you?
Excellent question. I think I didn't realize how long the city could delay your dreams. It really, it's the permits and the inspections, like it really takes a long time. And I am so grateful that we have such a team behind us that is helping us navigate because we've never done this before. We've never opened a restaurant. So it's a first time for us. And everyone has just been so incredibly helpful with like Donnie, our construction guy. Like everyone is just really helpful and wonderful. And so that's been the highlight. And then also the flip side of it is navigating the hardship, you know? Yeah.
Have you had fun putting the menu together? I feel like putting a diner menu together would be like the
That sounds
most
fun.
fun.
It's not even the putting together, it's the tasting. When I tell you,
Yeah.
okay, so like my favorite foods in life tend to, kids menu-esque. Like I love a grilled cheese with tomato soup. Like that was a camp classic for me. Mac and cheese is a vibe for me, like chicken tenders. Okay. So when we get to this diner when we get to the diner tastings, Nancy's bringing out things like a grilled cheese and tomato soup. And you're like, great. I love that. Like it's going to be like every other No, it is the best grilled cheese and tomato soup I've ever had. It's the best burger I've ever had, the best patty melt, the waffle. Oh my God, this
Oh, that
waffle,
sounds so good. I'm so hungry right now.
Oh,
the sourdough
it's
waffle
lunchtime.
with maple butter. So it's like
Oh,
instead of maple syrup and butter, maple butter. It's phenomenal.
so
I'm
good.
so excited for you guys to come and try
What is
it
the opening
because,
date?
okay,
Are we allowed to say
so
that
here's where
or
it
no?
gets a little complicated. No, okay, I get married in a few weeks. We we are opening the week after the wedding,
Okay.
hopefully. So just like pray for me, pray for my fiance. No, we're so excited. It's going to be really fun. what a fun, cool time of life
Right, right.
that we'll always be able to look back on. Is like, we got married, we opened the family diner, the rest
Hopefully
is
with all the
history.
family in town, you can have like some fun family tastings at the diner, like the week before or
Exactly.
after.
There you go.
Exactly. You're
The
right
food
there.
at your wedding is going to be so fabulous. I mean, it
I
just cannot be.
listen. I don't want to say that like marrying Mason is not like the highlight of the wedding. It is. It is the highlight of the wedding. A close second is the food.
Is the food.
We're doing something a little different for our wedding. I think there's a traditional, like, you have the ceremony, and then there's cocktail hour, and then there's the dinner with speeches intertwined, and then the dancing. We have decided we don't like that structure. So we are doing the ceremony followed by dinner. But dinner is a food festival of all our favorite LA restaurants. So it's stations. So it's basically a glorified cocktail hour with like heavier things to eat that will really fill you up. And then 2 speeches back to back, get them through, and then dancing and cake and
Nice.
dessert and all the other things that bring me joy.
It sounds amazing. Oh my gosh.
So excited. Thank you so much.
Now you're also doing Forking Delicious,
Yes.
and that
This is
comes out
true.
later this year.
Forking Delicious, yes. In the last part of it, I lost, but should I just talk about Forking Delicious? Yes. Okay. So I had so much fun. I love the Tastemade team so much. I mean, it's kind of a dream to just be able to sit with a really great group of people and give your opinions on foods that you like and dislike. It's like all I want to talk about forever. So I just had so much fun. I got to tell a story about my grandparents that I don't think my family has ever shared. And it's just like it's really sweet and funny. There are some foods that America has like decided are the best, if based on their research, are like the best desserts, like the top 10 desserts. And some of the desserts I was so shocked by. And so I have very big reactions. And so it was really fun to film. And we like tasted things. It was great.
Foods that you're like, no. Like, what's the vegetable
Oh,
you won't eat?
a bell pepper. I don't enjoy a bell pepper. However, if it is in fajita form, okay.
Interesting.
All
If it's
colors?
raw
All
on a
colors?
charcuterie board, a crudité, if you will, no, I'm not interested. I
Hmm.
don't like that flavor
So you like the
anymore.
pepper with onions in a fajita, but not solo and raw. Okay.
Thank you
Interesting.
so much for not judging.
Not that.
No.
Personally,
so
like
seen,
I
I
see
feel so
three and
safe.
I run the other way. I can't do
You run the
peas.
other way. Oh, you can't do peas.
Mm-mm. Like the
Okay.
concept
Who
of
don't like peas?
the pea, like
I
peas
love
are not.
peas, and nobody in my family likes
I
peas.
can't like
Like
me and my brother.
like mushy. What about like mushy peas when you go to like London?
My
Have you
my
had?
Yes.
husband loves them. Me,
Yes. Like peri
Can't
peri.
do it. I
Oh,
totally agree.
so good.
But you love it. See,
Yeah.
we're all different.
this is where
And
we
I
find
can
our
only
voice.
I can eat red or orange peppers, but no green peppers.
No green.
The green are too strong. I don't know. They just overwhelm everything to me.
Okay, that's how I feel about all of the colors of the pepper.
Yeah,
I feel
they're
like
just
they all overwhelm.
yeah, they're too much. Do you have an absolute like favorite desert island food that
Oh,
if you had to pick one?
it might be a grilled cheese sandwich. Or wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. I spoke too soon. It's so hard. A desert
I don't
Yeah,
know. I used to would always say like bolognese if I had to be one thing my whole life, but now I'm thinking it's probably more something Mexican,
I
maybe
could do
more
guac and
like
chips for my whole life, but
yeah, like
maybe a quesadilla, honestly.
yeah,
that's
could
Yeah,
be
that's a good
with like
mix
a
'cause it's sort of grilled
gorgeous.
cheesy, but it's not. So you
Yeah.
get the satiation of like
100%. The like a gorgeous flour tortilla with, oh my God. Yeah, it's a quesadilla,
Oh yeah.
100%. You guys, thanks for helping me get
I was
there.
gonna say it's like grilled cheese is pretty up there in my boat in terms of comfort food, but I feel like
Yeah.
a quesadilla would kind of changes the flavor profile and gives you option.
Gives you so many options. Also, the wrong bread can really make or break a
Yes.
situation. So,
Yes.
like, it's a safer bet with a flour tortilla.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Lily, it was so awesome to meet you
Oh my
and to
gosh.
chat.
You guys are so nice. Thank you so much. I feel like I talk so much.
That's the
You
point.
guys
We
were
love
just
it.
It's our
so nice
audience. It's not
about my
you. It's
talking
yours.
We are so excited about everything you're doing. I'm like, now I'm starving and I have all of these, but so lovely to meet you. Oh my gosh, the family and just everything
Thank you
you're
guys.
coming. We're so,
Oh, thank you.
congratulations.
Oh, I'm so grateful. Thank you guys so much. Yay. All right, I'll see you soon.
Okay, nice meeting you.
Thank you for listening to In Her Words. We hope you'll join us at womeninentertainment.com and go to our Substack for extended interviews and behind the scenes access.